These are pocket notebooks, and I've been using them for almost the entirety of 2025. And I think this is something you need to bring into 2026. Here's why. And you might be wondering, 2026? It's only September. Why in the world are you thinking about 2026? Good question. Here in the Philippines, September marks the beginning of the Burr months. You know, September, October, November, December, the Christmas season. And with that comes more events, planning, lists, parties, recipes, just things that you will need to take note of. So I think that this is the perfect time for you to try and dabble into the habit of pocket notebooks. If that sounds interesting, stick around and I'll tell you why this should be a part of your everyday carry. Hey guys, it's your boy Milos, back with another video, and today I'll be talking about the newest essential in my everyday carry, pocket notebooks, and why I strongly encourage journaling to be a part of everybody's daily routine. At this point, you might be thinking, pocket notebooks? I have a notes app on my phone. I can just use that and note things down. I agree, yes, you can use that, but think of this. How many times have you opened your phone trying to get to the notes app but got completely sidetracked by other stuff? Let me check Instagram. Ooh, a new post on TikTok. Duolingo is calling me back. Ding, random notification. Ooh, Candy Crush. Ooh, Block Blast. Ooh, app. No. Pocket notebooks eliminate all that. You have a thought, bring it out, write it down, done, no distractions. And research has shown that the simple act of writing things down on paper benefits you in so many ways, depending on what you use this habit for. Some of these benefits include improving mental health, encouraging self-confidence, boosting your creativity, improving your memory. If you want to learn more about this, University of St. Augustine for Health and Sciences has a great article talking about this. I'll link it down below. If you're still not sold, so many celebrities, influencers, and historical figures are known to carry notebooks. Bill Gates is an avid notebook user. Lady Gaga has drafted her most successful songs in her notebook. Pablo Picasso, Emma Watson, Leonardo da Vinci, these are examples of people who have used notebooks in their everyday lives. Even Matthew McConaughey is a strong advocate for using notebooks and journals. Check this video.
So look, I've had a lot of my male friends, dudes, say like, nah, I don't want to journal, man. No, dudes don't journal. Yeah, we do. I'll tell you why. Any you dudes out there work daily to be better men, have places you want to go, things you want to achieve in life, be better fathers, be better friends, be better at our career. Write them down. We have them in our head, but when we write them down, we all of a sudden become objectively aware of what we're trying to achieve and what we're chasing. Write them down. It's like a personal contract with ourselves that we can look at or not look at to keep us on track to go where we want to go. So, there you go, dudes. Get yourself a journal and pull the pen out.
One more thing as to why I love journaling is because it can be seen as an art that's unique to each individual. No two journals are alike, and it's an extension of ourselves. It's an actual physical representation of how our mind works, our thought process. Personally, I'm a sentimental person. I find it very difficult to let go of things because I hold on to them with so much value. But I have found that journaling retains memorable moments so much better. And since my family loves taking photos and videos, I can just easily print out the photo, stick it to my journal, and preserve that memory for I don't know how long, probably even outliving me. Ever since I began journaling in February of 2025, I've been rotating between 4 notebooks in my journaling system. Of course, I have my pocket notebook, and I have 3 A5 size notebooks. I got this one from Muji. You can customize it yourself. I got the grid pages. I got this ruled one from Mumuso, just a simple ruled notebook, and my Starbucks planner. And of course, my pocket notebook, together with my favorite ball pen, the Pentel Energel 0.5mm needlepoint pen. I use other pens too, which I keep in these cases. I have extra pens, different colored pens, highlighters, markers, a ruler, adhesive tape, and pen. They live in my backpack together with the 3 notebooks. But for the sake of this video, I'll show you guys how I set up my pocket notebook. So I use these monthly and I have a monthly layout. But it doesn't need to be field notes. In fact, I started with this. I got this from National Bookstore. They come in a pack of 3. I'm not really sure what the price is. It's around 100 pesos. They have around 20 sheets, 40 pages. They're really good. I started out with these. And then the following month, I switched to these Muji Passport Memo notebooks. These were around 120 per notebook. I got the grid version. They come in blank and dotted as well, and these are 24 sheets, 48 pages. They're slightly smaller than the ones in National Bookstore, but it's perfectly fine. Then after that, I moved on to these Kuoka passport size notebooks. You can customize which pack you want. I personally got the pack of 3 where each of them are grids, 18 sheets, 32 pages, but I use around 2 pages per day, so I ended up getting 2 and then sticking them together to form just one thick pocket notebook, and it works perfectly fine. And for these, I've been customizing each notebook that I used per month. For example, April, it's my birth month, so I filled it up with happy birthday stamps. For May and June, I put down the highlights for each month and what happened, important things that happened. And for July, my dance team held a dance competition, and these are our event stamps for both the competitors and the guests. So I like customizing my notebooks. For the last month, actually, I met Kelly Wakasa, Doha the Explorer, Colt Kirwan, and Life of Riza. They went here to the Philippines, and I asked them to sign my notebook right here. Really cool, right? Yeah, I love customizing each of my notebooks so that when I look back, it's just a quick glimpse of what has happened that month. For this month, September, I'll be using these Field Notes notebooks. They are 48 pages. Pack of 3 costs 850 pesos. Yes, it's a bit on the pricier side, but I just wanted to try it out. I wanted to see what all the rage is about with Field Notes. It's around the same width of the notebook that I'm used to, just slightly taller, but that's no big deal. For me personally, the size of the notebook doesn't really matter. I actually look more into how many pages they have. So yeah, let's open this up and let's get started. I'll show you guys how I lay out my monthly pocket notebooks. So this is what I use whenever I set up my monthly journal. So let's open this up, this new and fresh pack of pocket notebooks. So yeah, now we have a fresh new pack of Field Notes notebooks, but for this I only need just one. Since this is a Field Notes notebook, they have a cover page, but I'm not gonna fill this up yet. Let's focus on page 1. I always put here my spending tracker. So what I do is on the first line of every of this page, I will put here daily spending tracker. I fold the page in half to give me 2 sections, and on this one I write down as many dates as I can. If it doesn't fit, I move on to here. I go 1, and beside each number I will put the day that it corresponds to. So September 1 is Monday and Tuesday. There you go. And what I like about this is as the month progresses, I will see how my spending habits have either improved or depleted. And that's how my month will progress. Moving on to page 2 and 3. For page 2 and 3, this is where I would like to put my daily blessings. I like doing this because it keeps me optimistic. No matter how bad the day was or how negative I feel, I always try to look for the most positive part of the day and be thankful for that. So same as the previous page, I'll put here daily blessings. And same thing again, 1 to 30, but this time taking up 2 pages. So again, 1. I go back to this every single day. And each day I write one thing I'm thankful for. Whether it's a really good meal, or I had a really good time with my friends, or I was able to buy something I like, or I was able to buy something for someone. Just something that I'm thankful for each day. Moving on to page 4 and 5. This is where I put my monthly habit trackers. What I do is I try to see if the pages have 30 lines in them or 31. This one has barely. That's a little bit too exact for me. So what I'll do is I will draw an outline of what each month looks like on the calendar. If you don't understand, let me show you an example. So I get my ruler. This ruler I actually just got from Muji. This is the one that starts off small. It's a 15 centimeter ruler, but you can extend it to make it a full-length 30 centimeter ruler. I get my ruler and I draw the outline of what the month looks like on the calendar. Like that. In the calendar, this is what the month of September looks like. So each square here represents a day. So this is September 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until September 30 right here. And I will make 6 of that. I make these 6 habit trackers over here, and I label these depending on what habit I want to track. So let's say for the first one, I want to track how many times I've read that month. So I label this reading. For the next one, I label it as audiobook. And as the day goes on, I'm able to shade these boxes and see my progress. These 3 I leave blank because I don't know what to label these yet, but I always make 6. And pages 6 onwards until the end, these are my daily vlogs. What I do is on the top corner over here, I put down the date. With that, underneath, I put down a to-do list and I leave about 6 spaces. And below that, I put here a more detailed spending tracker this time. I will write down allowance, since I'm still a student, which is my budget for that day. And I will put underneath that spent. And as the day goes on, I will put down here how much I spent on that day on what specific item. If I had lunch, I'll put it here, how much I spent. If I bought something from the bookstore, I'll put here. If I needed to pay for parking, I'll put here. If I need to buy gas, I'll put that here. And I'll leave another 5 spaces underneath that. And for the rest of the pages, it's just random notes. It's my random inputs. If I need to write down a quick note or an important day, important event, something to remind myself, or if I'm bored and I just want to do a quick doodle, and I do the same thing over and over again until the end of the month. And yeah, that's my layout for my monthly pocket notebook. This is the layout that I found works best for me. It may not work for you, but that's completely fine. There are so many journal layouts for you to choose from. And there's a huge number of YouTubers out there that talk about journaling and self-improvement. And they give amazing tutorials on how to find the best journal layout that works out for your needs. I found mine, and I hope you find yours as well. I also hope I've inspired you to pick up a pocket notebook and to document your daily life. Also, leave a comment down below. Tell me, how long have you been journaling and what's your go-to pocket notebook? Just tell me your experiences about journaling. I'd love to hear about them and I'll reply to them as well. Don't forget to like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!